How are we doing, YouTube? It's your friendly gamer, SmartEntity here. So I've just done the first round of this new Phoenix Intercept Tactical Alert. It's basically an interception mission where you had to do 5 waves for the first round. And now I'm basically going to do the second round. I think you have to do a bit more than 5 waves for the second round, I'm not too sure. But basically, the restriction for this particular tactical alert is you can only use a heavy bladed weapon, so something like the Sinnoh Prime, which is the best melee weapon in the game, or something like the Gallatin, which is not as strong. The second restriction for the Stratos emblem run is you can only have a total conclave of 500. Now, so we have to do 8 waves here basically, so no big issues. Now, obviously, you know, I just joined a random team. If you are a bit more organized, if you got a lot of friends online, you can obviously do this red farm style, i.e. you have basically 2 Excalibur, 1 Trinity, and the total Eclipse Mirage. But I'm just gonna do a random team because honestly, it's an easy tactical alert, and I really can't be bothered organizing a team.
Warning, heavy Grineer approaching.
Now, this build I'm using on Excalibur is the exact same build that I showed off when I did my How I Play Draco Series Rip Farm video. So basically the same stuff, no difference there. And the goal obviously is just to take out enemies. Now, I probably will have to use quite a bit of energy restores. And honestly, looking at it retrospectively, I probably would have had a better time not equipping Blind Rage. Now guys, I know I haven't uploaded a video for quite a while now. There's just a lot of things I need to do. I do have a bit of a surprise video for you guys in about a month and a half time. Now this surprise video is not Warframe related, it's basically a personal video that I'll do. Some of you might enjoy it, some of you may not, but it's basically a bit of a surprise I have in store. Now I don't know if it's lag or if it's something else, but I think I heard another Excalibur, so I'm gonna see if the other guy has any energy source. Now because I am using a red farm build, you know, this is a very, very weak Excalibur. It really can't take any punishment whatsoever. And now that I've came down, I actually kind of regret coming down. Yeah, I'm gonna die here soon. So, bit of a waste of energy, to be honest. But waste of energy plate here. I'm basically just exhausting all my medium-sized energy restores because with the new Syndicate you got these large ones which are obviously just directly better. I don't think there's any other Excaliburs here, so I don't think anyone else is actually running energy sources, so I guess I'll just go back to my little corner here somewhere. So I mean, these guys obviously are fairly competent. They're not, you know, using the right frames for this, I feel, but they are definitely quite competent, so, you know, 8 wave here definitely shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, I think actually this guy might be Excalibur, I don't know, doesn't matter. Alright, so this is going to be, hopefully, not more than 20 minutes of this, so I'm gonna pause the video and come back towards the end, hopefully we'll have something more exciting. Alright, so we're in wave, well, the final 2 waves, so we've done 6 waves already, and we're in the 7th wave now. After having experienced pretty much 6 waves of this, I can honestly say that red farm is not the way to go. Now the main reason for that is because these enemies are of a much higher level and of a much higher quality. So our levels are higher and we're facing a lot more enemies, things like heavy gunners, bombards, napalm, so these kind of enemies that we see very little in red farming in the first couple waves, we're seeing a lot of them here. And for all these reasons, the red farm Excalibur style kind of play is just not adequate because the amount of damage it does is just not good enough. Now, the MVP of this current squad is a Siren, and we'll have a look at that here. So yeah, it's basically a Siren. So I'm using Excalibur. We have a Siren, which is this guy, and obviously she's doing the most damage with Masma. And there's a Rhino and Excalibur who is obviously helping here and there, but not making significant contributions. Now the reason that Siren is so useful in this is basically for the same reason why we use her for things like T3, T4 Exterminate. Because Masma does extremely high damage against, you know, these Grineer, these armor type units, and the downside of Siren with Masma in Red Farm is because they're short range. But in this particular occasion, you know, we're not really worried about red farming, we are just worried about killing the enemies, capturing the point as far as possible. And because of that, Siren is the single best frame as far as DPS goes. Now on that note, because of that, basically it removes the whole point of a conclave or a weapon restriction. Now if we look at, you know, this tactical alert, we got a weapon restriction and we got a conclave restriction. But the honest truth is, who cares, right? Because with, as far as I can tell, with any kind of Warframe built by itself, it's impossible to go over 500 conclave for any decent Warframe build. So because of that, all we need is a decent Warframe build. We don't need to even worry about weapons or, you know, Sentinel, Kubro, any kind of that stuff. And because of that, you know, all these tactical alerts are a bit of a joke because it's so easy when you have the proper Warframe builds. i.e. you can use abilities to learn. So now, you know, I've done this thinking retrospectively. I think a really good team would involve definitely a Trinity, because we've all been, you know, running energy packs like crazy. Like I started off this with, I don't know, around 50, now I'm down to 27. So we're all going at it crazy with energy pads. A Trinity would definitely help. I would still think a Total Eclipse Mirage would make a, you know, red farm style a bit more viable, just because that, you know, Mirage with Eclipse, especially especially a strength build, would be extremely useful and powerful in this. But, you know, I guess we won't find out anytime soon. But if you don't have, you know, Total Eclipse or a, you know, decent damage buffer, a red farm Excalibur Radio Javelin build is just not adequate. Now when I started this, I thought, you know, this is going to be very boring 8 ways, very, you know, grindy, but I'm actually having a lot of fun, mainly because the build I'm using is very suboptimal. I'm very susceptible to death, and also because, you know, we are facing enemies that we don't really see every day. So there we go, there's the Siren's Masma, extremely potent. And I found I pretty much need to hide in this corner most of the game, just because I'm so vulnerable to death.
The enemy has captured the tower.
So final wave, you know, we'll definitely win this for sure. I don't think anyone's died. We have had a, you know, revives here and there, myself included, but I don't think anyone's died. So, you know, overall this, as far as random teams go, without any pre-planning as far as which frame we're using, is pretty good. But again, most of the credits will have to be given to the Siren for the Masma build. And to be completely honest, I'm actually quite interested if any of you guys watching this did use a Total Eclipse, 2 Excalibur and a single Trinity, i.e. Red Farm strategy to do this. You know, let me know how it went, because I'm actually quite interested. So again, the build I'm using here is exactly the same build I showed off in how I play Draco Series Red Farm video. I'll probably put a link with the video at some point if you guys want to check that out. So this was Blind Rage, and you know, looking at this retrospectively, is Blind Rage a good idea? Well, hard to say, because without Blind Rage, the amount of damage I'll do will just be a joke, but with Blind Rage, the amount of energy drain is pretty significant. So obviously this guy is using the large team restore with the amount of energy he's giving out. Or either that or he's just stacking them. Yeah, I think actually he's just stacking them. Yeah, he's stacking the... yeah, he's stacking the medium team resource, that's why we're getting so much energy. Now, I kind of want to walk around and see what the enemy levels are right now, but I don't really want to miss this energy opportunity, especially when the Rhino just added a roar to it. I'll see if I can catch an enemy somewhere. Actually, you know what? I think I'll just go grab loot, because we'll definitely win this for sure, and he's doing the same thing. So I got a heavy gunner, so yeah, level 44. So as far as, you know, enemy level goes, it's definitely not, you know, your 60 minutes T3, T4 survival. But for a random, you know, tactical alert type, this is pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's easy in that, you know, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty simple, but if you are someone that may only have 20 hours in the game, it's gonna be a hard mission for you, especially if you don't have a decent team. But once you have the build, you know, like any other Warframe mission, it's a piece of cake. So there we go. I think we pretty much have all the loot here. So overall, yeah, good game. And we'll just have a quick look at what the Stratos emblem look like after this. Always nice to die at the end.
Good work today. Not only have we decoded the enemy transmissions, we have also disrupted
holy crap.
communications.
So that is what, 7 Oberon pass? Just from that could build 2 Oberons. So quite a bit of X-Meds there. Yes, like I was saying, as part of the alert, there's been a lot of high quality enemies. So your bombards, napalms, heavy gunners, all that kind of stuff. So already we'll get out. And I kind of want to have a look at the Syndicate. Yeah, I mean, not surprised at all. You know, not surprised at all. It's a lot of X-Meds, a lot of high level enemies. So there we go, we should have the Stratos emblem. There we go, and let's have a look at what that looks like. Appearance. Oh, by the way, I kind of want to show off the new sigil I got a while back, which is the Stratos 3 sigil. Oh yeah. Anyway, back to what we're doing. So we have the Stratos emblem equipped, and we'll have a look at what it looks like. So, that just for that. Is it worth it? Hell yeah! Alright guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers!